Kuzusampo and a very warm welcome to this PBS program. I'm Kinsang Latin. Gelephu Mindfulness City has launched Terla, the world's first sovereign-backed, physical gold-backed digital token. Named after the Dzongkha term for treasure, Terla combines Bhutan's tradition of safeguarding values with digital innovation, placing physical gold on chain with full transparency. Today, to discuss and learn more about Terla, I'm joined by Yudong Zheng, Group CEO of DK Limited and the CEO of DK Bank, Ugen Tenzin. Welcome to the program. First of all, before we get into the mechanics, what is the vision behind introduction of a gold-backed digital token like Terla? What is the bigger objective to Group CEO?
Yes, Kuzo Sampola, very happy to be here. So I think the purpose of having Terla as visioned by His Majesty is first we look at the traditional value of gold, that how the Bhutanese people, and not just Bhutanese people, we talk about the people in the subcontinent, and if we extend to Southeast Asia and we extend to Middle East, there's a large group of population in the world that really treasures gold, traditionally and culturally. So how can we use the modern digital technology to safeguard, to recognize, and to inherit, right, the traditional value, which is gold, represented by gold. So that's the first thing. Second, I think gold is a time-tested anti-inflation asset, right? In today's world, there's a lot of trouble going on. And all the central government globally are trying to using different fiscal policies, which may cause the prices to hike, the inflations to come in, and certain currencies to depreciate. So at this point of time, the gold is a time-tested treasure that people can keep to store your value, to keep safeguard your wealth. And that's another reason that we look at gold as a very important asset. Now, and Bhutan is always known as a very progressive country in terms of cryptocurrency and in terms of blockchain. And we wanted to use the most modern technology, right, to modernize the ownership, to redefine the ownership of the gold. Because the gold also has some shortcomings as an owner. You need to take the gold back home, you need to safeguard it, right? And it's very heavy to carry. And when you want to sell it, it's very hard to sell. So if we put everything on chain, then one token, which is digitally stored in your wallet or DK's bank account, actually represents real gold that is locked in the vault. And you carry your mobile, you carry your wallet as if you carry the physical weight of gold with all the convenience. And that is the modern technology. We want to use it, right, to solve a traditional problem. So I think that's one of the bigger pictures why do we want to launch Terla.
Now, with that vision and objective in mind, Ugen Tenzin sir, what exactly is there in simple terms to let our viewers understand about it?
Thank you, Kinsang. As you have highlighted in the introduction, Terla is a sovereign-backed digital gold token. In English, Terla also means treasure. But Terla is not a legal tender, nor a digital currency. Fundamentally, holding Terla is the same as owning physical gold. In the current situation, buying physical gold often requires purchasing specific denominations of gold. Let's say 20 grams or 1 kg, making it very expensive for many individuals. So Terla addresses this by fractionalizing gold ownership, because each Terla token represents 0.01 gram of gold, making it accessible, the gold ownership, virtually to anyone through DK Bank's platform.
Yes. And to Group CEO, until now, normally people have been purchasing physical gold, and now with advancement of technology, why should they choose tokenized gold as a starting point instead of maybe purely digital or speculative crypto asset? And how does this gold backing work in practice? And where is the gold, and how is it linked to each Terla?
Yes. I think we want to advance the technology, and we want to Bhutan to be progressive and leading in this crypto and blockchain, but we want to do it responsibly, right? So that's why we don't want to start with the meme coins, which is very highly speculative, and may bring a lot of risk, right? As I earlier said, gold is time-tested asset that you can safeguard people's wealth. If we take a longer term, since the collapse of Bretton Woods system, if you keep gold versus you keep fiat, right, you will find your wealth is much more preserved by having gold rather than having fiat currencies. The reason is gold has limited supply, right, and has been recognized globally, right, as the precious metal since thousands of years ago, right, for people to trade, for people to store, for people to collect. So we want to start from gold as very responsible way of innovating and progress on the blockchain and stablecoin and cryptocurrency related development. And for our users, we don't want them to go into irresponsible, speculative activities at first. We want to design TER as a really a tool that can protect your wealth in inflation time, in currency depreciation time.
So as Group CEO has mentioned that now TER is going to place physical gold on chain with full transparency. And at a policy level, why use blockchain at all? And why is Gelephu Mindfulness City Authority involvement important in something like this? Also from an operational standpoint, how does blockchain improve security for TER holders?
Blockchain provides a single tamper-proof record of their tokens issued, tokens in circulation, and tokens redeemed or burned. This gives the auditors and regulators the visibility, and for investors the confidence to verify that the TER token in circulation is always less than or equal to the physical gold that is held in custody. So every action such as issuance, transfer and redemption is time-stamped, immutable and fully traceable. Without blockchain, this level of real-time public verifiability is not possible. And GMC, as the issuer of TER, ensures regulatory oversight and supervision, as well as confirmation to the credibility of TER for every investor. And for this particular implementation of TER on blockchain, we have not chosen blockchain just for its decentralization ideology, but because no single party should be able to alter TER's supply or ownership records unilaterally.
Yes. When it comes to TER now, it is evident for people that GMCA is going to issue it and the distributor is DK Bank. So to Group CEO, how do the roles of GMCA and DK Bank complement each other in this ecosystem?
I think GMCA is the issuer, they're the regulator, they're the overall supervisor, right? DK is the implementer, is the executor, is the custodian, and is the distributor. I think this segregation of duty is very important, because if everything is done by DK, right, and we don't have check and balances, then we may not have a good system or process to protect the integrity of tech, right? So maybe DK can do something, but now with GMCA coming in, GMCA has the full oversight on the tear, and DK is implementing according to GMCA's rules and regulations. So that provides a lot of transparency and accountability for the product of tear. And also, we will also, as a DK, we will appoint independent auditor as well as another check and balance, because it's very important to make sure the gold is securely stored in a vault. So the independent auditors will periodically go to our secure vault, currently in Hong Kong and UAE, will go to do inspection and to make sure the gold are really securely stored there. So I believe with all the various roles and check and balances in place, we have a good system in place to make sure TER is secure, TER is transparent, and TER is for everyone.
Now, DK Bank being the exclusive distributor of Terla, what does DK Bank do day to day as the distributor and custodian of TER?
Yes. In this implementation, DK takes on two very important roles, distributor as well as the custodian. And firstly, as the custodian, we ensure that the TER token in circulation, as I mentioned earlier, the TER token in circulation should always be less than or equal to the physical gold that is maintained in our custody. So this is one of the important tasks that we take up as the custodian. As the distributor, we take care of the end-to-end customer lifecycle management, from onboarding customers to DK Bank, signing them up for their portal, as well as cash deposit and withdrawal managements, and enabling buy and sell of their tokens. There are also other small activities that are part of this bigger lifecycle management, which is taken up by DK.
Again, talking about distribution to DK Bank CEO, how can people on board buy and sell TER, and what fees are involved?
Well, the prerequisite here is for everyone to have a DK bank account, and opening up a bank account with DK is very easy and very simple. The whole onboarding process takes to about 3 or 4 minutes, and your account is instantly created. So the users will first have to download the DK Bank app, either from Apple Store or Google Play Store, and install the app and then follow the on-screen instructions. It's a very simple, straight-through onboarding process. What you need is a valid CID or a passport or a work permit or any other ID documents, and a valid phone number and a valid email address. Once this is done, then you go to the TER portal using your same credentials that you have used in your DK Bank account, especially the document ID, which refers to your CID number or passport or your work permit number. And the verification confirmations are done through the email that you have set up in your DK Bank account. Once you have set up your credentials in the TER portal, the next process is to deposit cash. At the moment, this process is manual, so the cash deposit verification is done by our operations team and credited every after 30 minutes, especially on business days and business working hours. And we do agree that this is not the ideal desired version that we hoped for. This does the job for now, but we are working in parallel to make this process seamless, as well as automate the whole payment rail in the TER portal. So in a couple of months' time, there'll be a totally new version of buying TER through the same portal. Now, in terms of fees, we do not have any minting fees for TER tokens, as it is a real-time pricing based on the actual gold price. It refreshes every 15 seconds. But however, there is a 25% fee if someone redeems the TER token. And we also do not charge any custodial fees. That means a user who owns TER would eventually hold that TER in the TER portal. We do not charge them any fees. Likewise, when we circulate or issue TER, the equal amount is held as physical gold in our reserves, in our vault. We do not pass these charges back to the consumers. So, in effect, the only fee that is applicable is the 0.2% fee if you redeem your TER tokens.
With introduction of TER, now people have the opportunity to own gold at just 1.4 US dollars. That is equivalent to around 125 newton. So based on that, now interest from people is going to come in significantly. So from a governance perspective, how does GMCA ensure that every TER issued is fully backed and that supply is disciplined?
That's a very good question. So as UT has said earlier, there's a very strict rules about supplying of TER token. We must see the gold in the vault before we mint. That means we need to ensure the gold is already in ownership of DK, where DK becomes the custodian of the set amount of gold. Then we can mint the respective tokens, and those tokens will be ready for circulation and for purchase. So how do we ensure that, right? And there's a set of transparencies that we built, as I explained earlier. Number one, we will hire external independent auditors to come to check. Number two, we can check real time how many gold we have. We have an asset report on a daily basis. So you will know how many gold we already have and the respective tokens that has been minted against these gold bar. And any point of time, it is very transparent to everybody. You will see that the tokens we have minted is always less or equal to the gold that we have hold. So this entire process, to make sure, right, we will never mint without the gold.
Yes. And while purchasing TER, is there a limit to how much TER can be issued or how much an individual can buy?
Well, actually, the supply of TER tokens is flexible and driven by market demand, adjusting dynamically as needed. There are no limits to buying TER with USD, but we have set a cap of 2,200 tokens per annum if bought with BTN, which is slightly lower than Neutrum 300,000 per annum. Now, this is not an intention to discourage Bhutanese participation in this significant and historic initiative, nor a technical constraint, but a policy safeguard. This safeguard is put in place to protect domestic monetary stability, prevent currency substitution, and also to safeguard consumer behaviors. As we progress, we will continue to monitor this and adjust the limits accordingly.
And also that time you mentioned about redemption and also certain fee related to it. So if someone wants physical gold, how does redemption work?
If users have accumulated enough TER tokens in their holdings, these tokens can be redeemed for physical gold in denominations of 20 grams or 1 kg. The delivery will be made available locally as well as globally, but there will be certain charges and logistic fees for us to initiate this delivery, and the physical gold delivery will also be subject to tax and customs duty based on the jurisdiction the gold is being delivered to. For now, the physical gold redemption is not available, but starting phase 2, which is tentatively scheduled towards the first and second quarter next year, the physical gold redemption will be made available to all our customers.
And to Group CEO, at the highest level, why should ordinary people care about TER?
I think ordinary people or Bhutanese, I would say, to care about TER for a few reasons. Number one, it's a symbol of national development and progress. I think when I was in Dubai last week, the entire world is very surprised by Bhutan being the first country to have a sovereign-backed gold token. And the blockchain and crypto community is very excited about the steps that we have taken. That shows how even a small nation can have very big impact in this digital and new economy world. And I think GMC has a lot more initiative that are coming up regarding this area. And second, I think it provides a new way of investment for all the Bhutanese. As I said, that gold is a time-tested asset for anti-inflation and anti-depreciation, right? So safeguard asset, it was advisable that some part of the family wealth could be stored in gold. Now, traditionally, if you buy gold jewelry, there's a markup because people need to make the jewelry, so you need to pay more than the pure gold price for the jewelry, and it's very hard to sell it. If you buy gold bar, as I said, it's heavy, you need to safeguard it, safekeep it, and it's also very hard to sell when you want to sell it. The gold token, the TER, has offered a completely new way of owning the gold. So, and we hope to, through that, we provide some advantages and some benefits for our TER holders. So I think these are the two main reasons why I think every Bhutanese should care about TER.
And from DK Bank's side, how does TER fit into your broader mission?
From a bank perspective, TER promotes financial inclusion as it enables people to own gold without needing large upfront money. Because of the innovative approach we have taken, it removes the need to store physical gold at home and is accessible from anywhere and easily redeemable, either in cash or in physical gold if required. On the other hand, the technology stack empowers users with transparent ownership. So TER makes gold ownership simple, safe and digital, helping more people save securely, empowering them with transparent ownership and preparing them for the future of banking through trusted innovation.
Yes. Now, DK Bank has become the official bank of GMC, but could you tell us the status of Oro Bank? What's happening with it?
Thank you. I will also take this opportunity to share some status update. So we already announced, actually, we are merging the DK Bank and Oro Bank. And I think this merge serves the best interest of our users. So now we combine the international capability that Oro Bank has built, remittance, FX capabilities, together with DK's domestic capability. So we really bring the best of both worlds to the user in one platform. So this is something that we have done recently, and we have also announced. So I'm very happy you asked this question here. I would like to take this opportunity to share the update to all the Bhutanese.
Okay. Now, this will be my last question. In one sentence each, what does TER represent for both of you? First, Group CEO.
For me, I think TER is, as our tagline says, is the new way of gold ownership. And this is a gift from Bhutan, not just to Bhutanese, but to the world.
What about you?
I think for me, the one sentence that defines there is same gold, modern ownership.
Same gold,
Modern ownership.
That's beautiful. That's, with this, we have come to the end of our program. I'd like to thank both of you for providing us insights into what there actually means and everything surrounding it. Thank you for joining us today. And to all the viewers, thank you for watching.